And we are now live. Thank you for you East Coast folks tuning in live to the YouTube version of this podcast. I am Hussein the Brain. You're listening to Fantasy Couch Podcast, and I'm here with the co-host, the co-founder, Mike Mattal. Mike, do you know that this is a slightly special episode?
Is it? Why?
We are on the verge of 1,000 subscribers. So this is...
For this channel?
Yes.
Wow.
And 1,000 is a big deal because it allows us to monetize. And some YouTubers look at it. I mean, we already way past that on the other channel, so we've done that. But a lot of YouTubers look at it like, oh, I'm going to start making money. And it's actually very significant, but it's not about that because you're literally making pennies. Like literally penny. You make about $1 every 1,000 views, so you are making, like right here on this episode, we would be making pennies. But it's a milestone though, because at 999 you're not making any money off YouTube ads, and then at 1,000 you are. And so it is a big milestone for a new channel. And creating a new channel, we kind of forgot like how hard it was to, how hard work it is and to get this far. So thank you everyone. Oh, Jackson says we have 1,001. So it's official because I made the graphic and everything. We're at 998. So Jackson says can someone double check just in case Jackson's lying to us. But Jackson's cool. I know him.
I believe it's not that hard to
believe. That's Jackson. He's a good guy. He knows what's up. So today we're going to be talking about a few topics, and then we'll do a 1,000 subscriber mock draft. I have it ready. We will be doing it on Sleeper. So let's go, Pollard. Let's talk about it. Hard Knocks. I love it, and I love this episode, but it wasn't like a hard-hitting episode, right? This one.
No, it was kind of boring. I think if you take out the Antonio Brown part where he shows his feet, and then his son, telling him to put his helmet on. I think without that, I thought that was genius by the producers. Like, yeah, well, he'll have him showing his kid, telling him to put the helmet on. It's great,
dude. The kid is gold. I think he's got 1 gold per episode. Like the kid's gonna be nailing it. Each episode, he's got it.
He's great. I mean, Derek Carr's kids, his kids, they're all great. That's the future probably of the NFL, if we're being honest. But, besides that...
Draft Antonio Brown's son in Dynasty? That kid's going to be a baller, dude.
Did you see that video of Derek Carr's kid? They're, doing drills with his kids.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, what is this? These kids
they look at minimum Pro Bowlers,
Oh, yeah. For sure, unless they're just spoiled by they're already rich, so they don't have to work hard. But,
I mean. Will Smith's son, they end up.
Well, he's also famous, but yeah, it's a bad example. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't that great. I think that Gruden carries the show a lot. Abrams obviously carries the show a lot. He was less aggressive this episode, so I think he's maturing, but. I don't know. It just wasn't. It's not that exciting without AB in training camp. You know what I mean?
Scarface says, "Can you fill me in the first 20 seconds?" We already kind of did, right? We just did. We just did. There we go. So AB's injury seems to be minor. He should be fully 100% ready to go well before week 1 of regular season. A little bit of speculation there, but it seems all the reports point to that. And I asked a couple doctors, they said the same thing. Should be ready to go before regular season week 1, which is still pretty bad because new quarterback, new offense, new team. They need to build some chemistry. As far as his helmet goes, is there something else there? They ruled against his grievance against the helmet. He's back with the team. He rejoined it. He's waiting for his feet to heal up. I mean, is there... I kind of fell for this Gruden press conference, which when you write it down as text, it sounds like total garbage.
What did he say?
Well, he just basically supported the player and said, the feet was a complete accident that happened. It wasn't his fault. And then we're 100% supporting the helmet. He just wants that. And it's like when he said it, I believed it, but I feel dumb for believing it. Like, is this all Like, is there something more to this than just a helmet and feet? I mean, is there what's really going on?
Well, this is my theory. Well, as far as how Gruden is supporting him so openly, I think that, he's playing it smart. He knows that wide receivers are divas.
Especially
he knows
this
they're
one.
especially this one, probably the biggest diva of all time. They're very sensitive. So, like, he knows that he has to show, like, unwavering support for Antonio Brown. Otherwise, Antonio Brown will think, he's against him and, like, he's not going to fit in, for the remainder of the season. So he knows this is his best strategy to keep Antonio Brown, committed to the team, and increase the likelihood he comes back. As far as Antonio Brown, what he's doing, I think, like, so he was already out, right? He couldn't play. So it's not like
he wasn't coming back anytime soon. Not a full go, yeah.
Yeah, so the excuse with the helmet, I feel like on his end, he's like, you know what? Why don't I just try to do this? I'm already out. I'm not going to, be able to play anyway. So why not at least attempt to have them? Maybe I'm special. Obviously, he thinks he's above everyone else, right? He thinks that he should be treated differently than all the other players. So he's probably like, maybe if I just make a big deal out of it, they'll make an exception for just me and I'll get away with it. But, I just think he realizes, like, all right, I have to wear this new helmet. I'm just going to make the best of it. So they kind of called his bluff on that end. But I think now he realizes, like, all right, I just got to play. And they want him to play.
Really quick before I forget. So Cooper's watching the other video. I just uploaded a video today, guys. I barely slept. I've been editing it. I don't know how many hours. Let's just say 20 hours straight. Just going crazy. Make sure you guys check it out. It's a fan league, so we did it with the Facebook group members. Cooper's like, I was watching it, but had to, pause it and come watch the podcast live. And I appreciate you for doing it because it's always more fun live. But make sure you guys do check that video out. Hit a like on that video. Hit a comment. Don't be too angry at the haters that are leaving crazy comments there. I love the haters. If you don't have haters in the comments on YouTube, it's not popping. We're not successful. It's not happening. We're not going to be able to do this. So we have to appreciate the trolls and haters, and I love them. And they really do come out on these draft videos. I don't know why, but they're lurking. And a question really quick, because I want to kind of go back to your point, but I know I'm going to forget. That's how I am. AB, what round to draft him is what everyone's talking about. Let's just sum it up. Round 3, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's where I would take him.
Mid-round 3, let's say.
Yeah, that's safe. I mean, like, honestly, though, I feel like he will play week 1, and then you're getting great value, if you are getting him in mid to late round 3. So you just got to look at that.
I'd even go early round 3, maybe.
Or sure, yeah. If you get him in round 3, I think that's a victory in terms of where he was slated to go in before all this craziness happened.
Yeah, it's worth the risk because you're going to be taking risks. And when we looked at our Couch League draft, great teams, 1 out of 3 players you draft are the ones that hit. And if you're able to do 1 out of 3, you have a great team. Jeremy's team, he hit on 1 player out of 16. That's how bad. I forgot, but I remember the count. I don't know who it was. Well, he drafted Bell first, and then he drafted Jimmy Garoppolo, Shady McCoy. Who else did he drafted? A bunch of players that were balling in 2011. So,
but he made the playoffs.
No, he's like second to last or something. Oh no,
he almost did though, which was crazy. I was like,
no, he was winning a few games. No, he was one of the last teams.
Yeah.
And a great team, has about 7. Like, if you got 7 players, you're probably gonna win a Super Bowl. Like, if you hit on 7 good players. So it's like you're gonna miss on some players anyways. And Antonio Brown is well worth a 3rd round draft pick in my opinion. So what you're saying, everything kind of adds up. It makes sense. Like, he's like, no need to play. Let me just try to get this because that does matter. It does. The helmet does matter. Now, what's a weird thing that I've heard and I've studied just today, I've heard it a couple times. He's like, Brady and Rodgers don't have to wear the helmets.
They do, though.
Yeah, they do. Plot twist. And so I guess somebody sent him a photo of Aaron Rodgers in a recent practice wearing the new helmet to prove it to. Like, what the heck are we doing, guys? What's going on right now?
Well, he's clearly in his own area, AB world, right? Like he doesn't
Is he
see
going to
anything
Area
else.
51? Like, what's
I mean, I just don't know. Like, if you're a receiver, like you must be so self-centered that nothing else. You can't see anything else.
Bro,
You have tunnel vision of what you need to get done. That's
he's
it.
going to storm Area 51 and he's going to find Martavis Bryant there.
That is hilarious. Did someone say that in the
No, I
comments?
just said
Oh, you just
because
said that? That's
Martavis
good.
looks like an alien. That's
He
the
looks like a
joke.
predator. More accurately.
Next topic, Mike. Has been pretty. This is the dumbest thing, and I'm gonna have. I'll read what it says here, and I guess you explain it because I didn't read it. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Draymond, LeBron, and Kevin Durant played in a high stakes fantasy football league. What's going on here with the fun news of today?
So I was just scrolling around, I read a lot of news articles, and I said, Jalen Rose, he's in a very exclusive NBA fantasy football league. Like, I wonder what this is about. So I guess the buy-in is $10,000, which, I mean, that's a small amount for these guys. But the funny part is that, so at one point, KD and LeBron were both in the league at the same time, but somehow at some point KD got butthurt for some reason. I'm sure because people were talking trash to him, making him feel bad like usual, and he left the league. And then LeBron was last place 2 seasons in a row and then left the league. So then now it's like Draymond's left and like Maverick Carter and like other people, but I don't know. I just thought that was a pretty funny
stupid. This is so dumb. And it makes me feel good with all the drama we have in our leagues, and we keep all this drama under wraps as best as we can. I feel like this beats us and just makes us feel more composed and more mature.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a league with those egos is bound to be, volatile. Like it's not gonna go
like
well,
playing a mini tournament Madden at the house. Like someone's gonna like do something. Someone's gonna get pissed. Someone's gonna break a controller or snatch the money and then the middle on the pot. Yeah.
I mean, we're not surprised Katie got, sensitive.
One of the first to leave.
Yeah, like that's
shocking.
That's on par with KD.
Does anyone know who Zeke's handcuff is? He has no clear-cut handcuff, but right now Pollard is the guy. I'm targeting him in round 10 in every league. I've drafted him in round 15. I picked him up off free agency. I drafted him. You guys watched the video on the main channel. I drafted him in the mid rounds in a 14-team league. Make sure you guys do watch that video. Yahoo 14-team money league draft with the Couch Fam. So it's a fan league and drafting with 13 subscribers and fans and members of the Facebook group Fantasy Couch Fam. Some more news. Andrew Luck's injury is not severe but not minor. Colts aren't ready to determine whether Andrew Luck will or won't be ready for week 1 start. Plan right now is to calm the ankle pain down. So it's not a calf. It's ankle pain. Won't need surgery, but it'll take rehab. So whatever this is supposed to mean, I'll be doing some more research. But, that's really all we want to know as fantasy owners. Will he be ready week 1? We don't know. Probably sooner than later, though. And Damian Williams, the news that Andy Reid said we may be using a running back by committee, kind of just answered a question. Made me sick physically. I don't believe it, and I believe it won't be true, but still makes me sick because of how high I had Damian ranked, and I drafted him in 2 out of 3 leagues. But this is some good news for Damian owners. Damian Williams getting the vast majority of the reps with the number 1 offense today. Carlos Hyde taking a couple reps with the 2s. That's new. So there we go. Peterman is growing on me. No, stop it. I hate the Raiders' backup quarterbacks. Mike Glennon and Nathan Peterman. If Derek Carr misses a game, it's going to be so John Gruden's face is going to turn so dang red like a tomato. It's going to burst. That cannot happen. That's a bad backup situation. It's like 2 bozos competing who can throw more picks. Mr. Incompletion or Mr. Interception? Like, which one do you take?
How does Nathan Peterman still have a job after all those horrible games as a Buffalo, fill-in starter? That was probably the worst starter games I've ever seen. pretty
I
much.
don't know how,
I mean,
as a coach, like, what do you? I think Tyrod Taylor's there, and then what? Like after he throws the fourth pick, don't you like go? I don't.
when is enough
I
enough?
mean, he's throwing like a
10?
pick a minute.
That's what I'm saying. How does he still have a job? Like I don't
It's
get
like,
it.
and Mike, I'm being, dude. These are my three top hated quarterbacks: Rosen, Glennon, and Nathan Peterman. And it's like those two are on that team. And I think, though, I mean, because Rosen's still young, like I got to give him somewhat of a chance. Like he can still improve. We've seen enough from these guys to know these guys are straight guard. Like defenses, the only people that like him is opposing defenses. You got the game, you won. You got Glennon or Peterman throwing the ball, you won. Ready for?
Didn't Glennon get paid though? Like a big contract?
He got a decent one, yeah, for signing with the Bears, and then they drafted.
Oh, the Bears. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so he was the starter for the Bears, then they drafted Trubisky, and that lasted 2.2 games. It's like obviously.
But did they just cut him, or like how did they get out of that contract?
I think he went. He didn't go straight to the Raiders. He went someplace else, and I don't see a team trading. Like who would trade for him? But hey, man, this stuff does happen. I mean, Deshaun Kaiser got traded to the Packers, and I mean that was a rookie contract, a second rounder. This Mike Glennon got paid a decent amount.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, guys, Dak Prescott's about to get 40 mil. Let's mock draft. Let's mock draft before that happens.
Oh wait, but another thing on that, I heard that the Cowboys actually leaked that to the media so that the fans will actually be on their side. And I have to say it's working.
This is a crazy plan. That's a crazy
definitely
plan.
more on their side than his side. I'm like, are you crazy? You think you're worth 40 million? It's actually genius from them.
And it probably was, because everyone's telling me it's a false and whatnot, but what it probably was they offered him like a contract that's close to 30, like, you know, like not like the best $30 million type of contract because there's so many speculations, and he probably wanted something closer to 40 than 30. And then the Cowboys just added a little bit of spice to it and made it league.
They rounded up.
And my latest Instagram post is like the most interaction I've had in a long time because I posted a meme about it. It's it's cracking. Yeah, everyone's either calling me like a liar or they're just laughing and they just die. They're just crying of laughter. All right, guys, I'm going to paste the mock draft lobby link for the 1,000 subscriber Maki Maki on the Sleeper app. Are you guys ready? It's going to fill up. We're not going to do random order this time. No random order. 12-team full PPR. The link is being put here.
I'm going to practice the middle rounds.
Oh, everyone's saying link. Shut up, mate. Link. Just shut up, mate.
Drop the link. That's an Australian.
Yeah, today I talked to someone from Germany, and then someone from some other place. I don't know. It's just I love that we have international fans. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Right now is probably like good time for them. Sucks for the East Coasters. I feel sorry for the East. Oh, it's filled up. Wow.
Yeah, that was fast.
Dang. Yeah, Smitty was like, he's like, it fills up pretty fast for me. I was like, wait, watch this. I was like, watch the
hold my beer.
He's like, it fills up within 2 minutes for me. I'm like, he just said that out of nowhere. I was like, yeah. I was like, wait till you see. We got money leagues that fill up. Dude, the money league for the YouTube fills up in 42 seconds.
Really?
That's a $50 buy-in.
Wow, that's crazy.
So a free and I had it on the second channel, so it wouldn't be too crazy. If I had it on the first, the website and email would have just glitched, like it wouldn't have worked. Let's start.
Oh wow, it's fast.
It's gotten to the point to where the main channel is becoming, like it's becoming kind of big. It's I don't know. It's a bit surreal. It's almost a bit sad to say. Kind of glad that we have this second channel here that's a bit smaller to be a little bit more of a community type, because once you're 50K 100K, like I mean it's just so hard. I'll always try to comment and stuff, but there's almost a vast majority of days I'm able to respond to every single reply and comment, and I know when we hit 50K 100K it won't be the case. Like I just can't. I'm just gonna have to respond to a handful and move on.
Yeah, that's impossible to do. When we first started, and I think we still do now, right? Like we answer every single question.
On
Is that
most days, yeah, on vast majority of
okay?
days, yeah. It's just the only time I can is like Saturday if I get 1,000. Sometimes I get 1,000
Right.
in one day or something. I can't do it.
Got it. But yeah, as you're saying, as we scale up, we can't do that anymore. But we'll always, try our best and give you the best content available.
So it
Here you
went
go.
Saquon, Kamara, C-Mac, DJ, and I'm going with Bell, my top 5 overall.
Really? So everyone's down on Zeke. That's like the highest I've seen David Johnson go as 4th.
He's my 4th overall. He's going to be good this year. Because if you think he finished 9th overall last year, and that's with Rosen,
Yeah.
you got to think Kyler Murray's better.
So I'm up right now. So I have options here. I can choose. I mean, it looks like receiver is my option. I think I'm going to go with either Devontae Adams or Michael Thomas. And I've never had Michael Thomas on my team. So
Mixon is my highest ranked running back on my rankings here. So there definitely is a debate on do you go top wide receiver or top running back, and you went Mike Thomas. And now that's crazy because I got Adams significantly over, even though it's actually Thomas is 3. I've definitely got Adams in that tier 1 spot.
It was definitely like on the same tier. I've had Devontae Adams on my team before, so I just wanted to kind of like see what it would look like if I drafted Michael Thomas instead.
And I mean, is it because you're worried about Rodgers' health? I mean, because Adams is just
no, he's gonna be great. Like he's gonna be great, and I think Michael Thomas, should be equally as good.
Yeah, he's amazing. Don't get me wrong, and Breeze is amazing, but I mean, Adams is worth considering number 1 overall wide receiver. I think too.
No doubt, for sure.
Because you know how big of a Hopkins fan I am, but I just see Adams. Adams and Rodgers just have that crazy connection. I still got Hopkins ranked number 1, but it is close. Hopkins or Adams.
Yeah.
So right now the mock is going Saquon, Kamara, C-Mac, DJ, Bell, Hopkins, Zeke. Mike went with Mike Thomas. Then it went Joe Mixon at 9, Adams, James Conner at the turn, Julio, then Chubb, then Gurley, Dalvin Cook, and we're waiting on Chase.
Ooh, I got some options
Juju,
here.
I love Juju.
I wanted Juju. I got sniped.
You would have went wide receiver.
Yeah, this is a perfect.
There's a lot of the running backs are gone. A lot of those top ones.
I know.
I would have went Mixon there if I was you. But I'm much higher on Mixon than most.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I gotta go with another receiver. I just have a better feeling about Tyreek Hill than Odell. I'm more confident in Tyreek Hill, so I'm gonna draft him. So I went wide receiver, Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, which I'm pretty happy about. So now I got to target running backs on the next round. Hopefully there's a decent one left, an underrated one.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's a big time wide receiver. Odell too. I like both of those guys. Ooh, hi, it's my turn. Hello there.
So you got Bell. So now are you looking obviously at
wide receiver?
Yeah.
It's between Antonio Brown's feet or Mike Evans' hands. I'm going with.
Wait, what's wrong with Mike Evans' hand?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with There's nothing wrong with anybody. I was just saying. Yeah, so no.
But he broke.
No, don't say that. That man's durable as hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What's wrong with his hands? Got frostbitten hands? What's going on? Okay. Ooh, David Montgomery's going high now. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty early. That's the earliest I've seen him go.
It's these guys listen to me. I said at the end of the second if you want to get him because he was going early 4th, but now his ADP's steady climbing, steady crawling up.
That's high. Don't you think that's high though, even for you? Right now, or you think that's
who's there? So you're going. I got the last of the tier wide receiver. Okay, right. So you're going Keenan Allen,
Damian,
or Keenan Allen's the only wide receiver there. AB also, Damian Williams, Melvin Gordon, Fournette, Aaron Jones. Like, it's not that many, so it's a tier thing. And obviously some people will have Montgomery about 7 spots lower on their RB list, but some would have him at the tip top right there, right? Where
no one really knows, It's like he's one of those guys where he could be great or he could struggle.
Well, I'm very confident in him. The committee is I like saying no, there's not going to be committee, but it's a real, like, there could be, that's definitely there. But he is so good. He's going to be so good in that offense, in that situation. Khalil Mack's going to, get the ball for them. That defense going to get the ball. And, even if there's a little bit of a committee, they're going to be right there, man. And how do they not use Cohen and of course Montgomery? Like, how is that not going to happen? And that defense is going to help so much. Trubisky, hopefully he can take a step forward. Matt Nagy is the real deal. He hated Jordan Howard. It's like you have a kid, and he's not good at something, but you force him to do it. Like, you're, like those high school football movies where they're like making the kid hold the ball. And I don't want to play football, Dad. I'm not going to be like you. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to be like you. I'm not going to your alta mater or whatever. So
I don't want your life.
yes, that's what I meant to say. And what the hell was I talking about? I totally forgot.
I just wanted to do that impression.
Jordan Howard. Yes.
Yeah, Jordan Howard.
And that was Jordan Howard. Hey, come here, son. You're going to catch passes, all right? You're going to catch passes. You're going to be this. You're going to score touchdowns. Trubisky's going to be consistent. We're going to play defense. You know what? I'm not your real dad. Go to Philadelphia. That's what he said. Get out of here. You know what? I'm going to get a new son. How about that David Montgomery in the 3rd round? What a great value pick. There's some great value running backs in the draft, like Singletary, Miles Sanders. Instead, you go get Josh Jacobs round 1. What the heck is that? What is that even? What are you doing?
Why isn't he on the show? I haven't seen one Josh Jacobs.
He was drafted too early. I don't know. It makes no sense. Oh, hello.
No one Hard Knocks.
I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, welcome. I haven't seen him. You almost had him with your Niner logo, too. Because you know why you almost had him?
Why?
Because the next guy has a tight end, so he's not getting a tight end. You only had 1 pick, so it could happen.
No, all the 3 guys I wanted just got picked. Like, right?
Aaron Jones. Did you had... Oh, Carry-On went early. Oh, God.
Yes.
I was like, Carry-On's almost as good as Aaron Jones.
I have to go Devontae Freeman. That's it.
Like, oh, gross. What about Mac? You don't like Mac? Josh Jacobs? Those guys do suck.
I want Freeman.
This is what happens when you go wide receiver early.
That's fine.
Now you're like, you sure you don't want Amari Cooper? Diggs is there.
Well, I like Devontae.
Dude, you could have pulled off a 0 RB and made it interesting.
I don't want it. I don't like it.
I'm not sold on Miles Sanders. Too many RBs. Let me just give you one thing. Jay Ajayi did really good. And, I mean, we know he's not that great. And he did that with 10.5 carries a game. So if Miles Sanders can get that, he can do just as good as Ajayi. And Ajayi was very startable. He was like, what was he? He was like a high-end RB2 on the Eagles.
Are you talking about when he was on the Eagles?
Yeah.
I thought you mean when he was on the
No, Dolphins traded him away to the Eagles.
Oh, wasn't he good on the Dolphins?
No, not that good. Inconsistent. Okay. That's why he traded. Didn't like him. So on the Eagles, he was a baller. And I remember the next year Mitchell drafted him super high, and he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Mitchell drafted him super high in round 4, was because Ajayi was so good the year before. That's the year they won the Super Bowl, I believe. Yeah, I mean. Man, he was a ball. So Miles Sanders is talented. See, I like Miles Sanders in round 6. That's the thing. Like, so I get why you don't like him, but we're not. Look where Carry-On went, on a crappy Lions team, who yes they're gonna run a lot. That's what they say, but are also gonna be behind a lot too. So let's not, or you're gonna get Melvin Gordon, who's in a serious holdout, Leonard Fournette, who can't stay on the field. I mean, I'm just counting these guys, these 3 guys right here at the end of round 2, beginning of round 3. So if I can get Miles Sanders round 6, I absolutely love it. So that's a 0 RB strategy. You get Miles Sanders. as your RB2, let's say. Or if you're not going zero RB, Miles Sanders is your flex at the highest. You don't even have to start him week 1. You're not going to start him week 1 because you're getting him so late. That's why I like Miles Sanders. He's a guy you get, a guy, you taste a little bit. Okay, I like this. I don't like it. You sit on my bench, wait a few weeks. I mean, maybe he beats out Jordan Howard. That might happen. And then, boom. You got the upside. What'd you do? Read off your team.
I basically did a 3 wide receiver. I got Julian Edelman. So, I mean, it's pretty similar.
Hey.
There was no running backs I liked there.
Oh, man. Oh, no. I got to do it.
It's getting dicey right
No,
here,
I love my... I have too many.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not. Come on. I drafted well. Come on.
All right.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh no.
Panic pick.
I'm gonna.
Dang, this is tough, actually. So just to recap, you have Le'Veon, Mike. Ooh, I like that. I was thinking.
It's tough. It was a tough choice.
I was thinking about
tough
that.
choice.
But I just can't. I'm not a quarterback early guy.
I'm not either. Like, it's not that early, but yes, it's
not
still
that early. But it's just like part of my strategy I've always had. I just can't break away from it.
Well, I mean, I had 3 serious drafts, and I didn't do it in one of them. So just so you know, like I don't usually do it.
I thought about it for sure.
Yeah,
I was
but I also have 3 picks after you, so it's like that's a little later.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
It's a little difference. 4 point. You got 4.5. I got 4.8. I took Mahomes. Now see, look, this is why it's different. Probably won't even matter or work out, but I'm saying I have to wait 8 picks until my next turn.
Yeah.
You got to wait almost an eternity, compared to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all. That. And even with that being said, it won't pan out, and I probably won't get the player I want because 8 picks is a lot too.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
Brain loves those top tier tight ends. Hey, it's Kittle, man.
It's Kittle. I want Kittle bad this year. I hope I get him on one of my teams.
Yeah, I mean, usually I like him in round 3. So only time that I go for him in round 2 is if I'm at the turn and I know I can get that player, or if it's the very end of round 2, which is basically round 3.
Speaking of Kittle, though, can we talk about the Niners preseason game real quick and our young receivers who may be amazing?
Look, Deebo Samuels looks great, but this Jalen Hurd, man, I am just all in. My God, that looks crazy. There's just how do you not start Hurd and Deebo? Give me a scenario where you don't start those 2.
There's no scenario in my mind where they're not starters. Like Pettis looks like he's worse than those 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Pettis is the 3rd wide receiver there. He'll probably beat out Trent Taylor. And that's that.
But actually, I think this is how it'll work. I think it's gonna be Pettis or Hurd as the number 1 and number 2, and then Deebo as the 3rd guy, like the slot, maybe.
And then they'll ease in Jalen Hurd.
No, I was gonna say Jalen should be the 2nd wide receiver, and then Deebo the 3rd wide receiver, because he's more, smaller a little bit.
Dude,
he could play the Trent Taylor role.
It's gonna be mismatched. Can Pettis play outside? Because he's always slot. And Trent Taylor is slot. Everyone's a slot receiver.
Well, Pettis is supposed to be like a number 1 receiver, like that type of mold. You know what I mean?
Mike Thomas plays in the slot, by the way.
Yeah,
a lot. I mean, he's on every play though.
Exactly. Yeah, it's different. Much better offense. But the future looks bright. I mean, Jalen Hurd is that's an incredible find by Kyle Shanahan. He's like a Swiss Army knife. You can play him at tight end if you want. He has a size for tight end, wide receiver. He actually played running back at a high level. There's really nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
I was about to take Boyd. I got sniped. Of course, I'd take Calvin Ridley there. So I'm gonna go Mike Williams. Suffered a little bit for taking a quarterback early.
Yep. See.
Still, my team's
What
not crappy though.
happened?
Like, still alright.
Nah, but it's a
Yeah,
risk.
it's a risk.
You give up something. All right, my turn's coming up. So I wanted Mark Ingram.
You like Le'Veon at 5? He's my 5th ranked overall player.
Yeah, he could be great. I think he should be good. He's well rested, so that should. Evan Ingram, I wanted him. Okay, gotta kind of think about things a little bit where we're at. Should I go tight end here? I guess. Oh.
You can get one on the turn, probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, just do the math. So 1, 2, 3. At
I
most.
got Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I was gonna get him next round. 1, 2, 3 at most tight ends could go here.
Yeah, I should be able to get one on the turn.
Do you like more? Do you like more than 3?
Yeah, for sure.
I like 4, about 4 right here. So that is a smart move if you're reading the draft board. Oops, I did.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did the math right. 3 because team 10 has Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
You guys always want to read the board. So whatever, this is called a draft grid on Yahoo or in a draft party. You guys have a draft board. You always want to read the board. Who has a quarterback? Okay, a brain at team 5 has a quarterback early. They're probably not going to draft a quarterback here. He's got a tight end early. Probably not going to draft a tight end. That information is good. Isn't that kind of like a little bit like poker when you think about it? Like what cards are there? A little bit of elimination.
For sure. It's definitely because there's only so many possibilities. So in poker, they refer to it as a range. So you have a range of hands that a player is most likely to have, based on what is seen and what they're usually playing with. So yeah.
So if Mike liked 4 he's like, I'm okay with 4 tight ends. They're all in the tier 2. And I'll take any 4 of them. There's not a big difference between those 4. And knowing that realistically, at most 3 would go, so he'd be okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reach just a little bit for Miles Sanders, which was a smart move. He gets Miles Sanders, and waits to get a tight end, and he will get his tight end here at round 6, 100%, because team 11 didn't even get a tight end. So now he's got a. Now you have to make a decision. Even you have a couple, 2, 3 tight ends.
Yeah, so I'm in a good position.
Yeah.
I can choose a decent tight end, and I'll be good.
Or you can squander your opportunity by picking Eric
Ebron.
Oh,
I got sniped.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Saints team's gonna be balling.
It makes it so much harder.
I like these tight ends though.
I know. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna do it. I got Vance McDonald.
So Vance or Njoku for me there. And
Yeah.
I got Vance higher. I think he's.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to get some targets there.
Oh, he's getting some, and he's good. Remember that one play he had last
2.
year? He ran over somebody.
He had 2 plays. One was
Yeah.
The first one was a bit stronger, and then
one
he
of
did
them
that.
he just took him out. I was like, whoa.
He's a stiff arm. Yeah, he's a stiff arm man.
Yeah, he's strong, and he used to be a Niner, so we know what he's capable of. But I think he took his play to another level on the Steelers, obviously.
Damn, there's nobody.
Who was the backup last year? Because I remember last year there was 2 tight ends on the Steelers that he was competing. It was McDonald, and there was another guy that kind of took away his reps, some of his touches. He's gone, right? The other guy,
Jesse James.
Yes, Jesse James.
Jesse James is on the Lions, and right after my draft, it got announced that TJ Hawkinson's not gonna start, and I was like, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So
what?
I don't I didn't even remember. And that's when someone told me who's gonna start Jesse James. I'm like, oh yeah, he's on there.
That can't be good.
That's everyone's making fun of the news. Okay, you draft a top 10 pick, and he's not
Well, something must be happening behind the scenes. That's what I would think.
Well, first of all, it's the Lions. It's a terrible organization.
Yeah, but even if you're a terrible organization, logic says if you draft a tight end top 10, you play him no matter what.
Maybe they want
Unless it's like something going
Maybe they
on.
want Stafford to go on a boat trip and never come back. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying. You like what?
yeah,
I mean, I'm talking about a real terrible organization. Megatron doesn't even like them. That's why he
that is
retired.
true.
That is why he retired. He's like, I don't
That
want
is
to. Yeah,
true.
if he was on a good team, he would have kept playing a couple more years. Earliest
That-
you take Joe Mixon, um,
That's tough.
I don't.
It's a good question.
This is the thing. I never would have to take him early, but I think got him ranked around 6, 7, 8. So right there, to me, he's a
I
late
think-
first rounder.
I think he was drafted at the perfect spot at 9. I think that's the ideal spot. Or like,
That's a good spot, but I like him. I like him earlier. And
Really?
well, it depends. It depends on. So he's ranked right close to me. He's ranked close to Zeke with how I assess the risk. Just the risk I want to take. Hopkins, Adams, around there, and so you got to kind of decide on that. Me, I like to go RB because I'm down to get Odell in round 2. People are scared of Odell. People are scared of Juju sometimes. People are scared of Tyreek Hill. And look right there, those 3 went right there. I'm fine with taking them. I believe they'll all be ballers. When we talked to Dr. Raj about Odell, he really confirmed and reassured me that it was just people hitting his leg too hard, and that it was more of a freak occurrence. It wasn't a non-contact injury. So, I'm down with Odell. I think he can remain healthy. He's at no greater risk to get injured, and I'd like him there. And when you have a mid to late first round pick, you'll be able to get a top 8 wide receiver. Because I got my top 8 wide receiver in round 2 at 2.8. So you should be able to get him 2.8, 2.7. So, if you do get Mixon at the 7th overall, you should be able to get a top 8 wide receiver. Odell, Evans, Tyreek, Juju, something like that.
Actually, when you break it down like that, with that logic, that makes sense to me.
And Richard, who's a big supporter of this channel, mentions the O-line. It does suck. And my answer to that always is, it sucked last year too. Can't get much worse than last year. Well, it can, but if
They
he
didn't
gets
draft
injured,
anyone to address
he
that
got
problem?
hurt. He's out. I think he's out for the
no.
year or something. But yeah, this in the Bungles. Yeah,
They have the worst injury luck, I feel like.
dude.
I mean, we do too,
AJ
but, like,
Green, like.
Yeah, theirs is worse. I feel like.
We got way more hype because we got Jimmy G coming in here making headlines. Dalton, what is he? Has he won? He won one playoff game or I don't know. Yeah, we got the splash coach, splash quarterback, splash defensive end. Like we got some big, some cool things happening. Nothing's really happening over.
This little quarterback run that just happened.
That is
4 consecutive quarterbacks taken.
Haven't seen that since 2012. Guys, wow.
It's not that serious.
That's quite the run, fellas. Dang, these guys. Oh, I like
I'm
it.
scared now.
Let's see.
Scary. That's kind of strategic now.
Wow.
Ooh, I like that. Royce Freeman.
I wanted a running back.
That's good. It's a good one. Okay, can I do it?
Dalton has 0 playoff wins. Hey, I appreciate that, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
0.
And the Amar he's drafting, he's always in our mock drafts. He's team 7. He says he's from Cincinnati.
Okay, he knows.
Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1991. Bro, when we're talking about splashes, this is their splash. John Ross. That's the splash. See what I'm saying? Like, we have at least some pizzazz.
John Ross.
Bengal fans know what's up. Depression.
That's bad, yeah.
Lots of prescription pills.
Oh, gosh. Well, is Marvin Lewis still the coach? Like, how is he still the coach?
No, he got fired.
He got fired
Final,
finally?
not like for real.
Oh,
Zach Taylor. I think Sean McVay, prodigy, is a offensive-minded coach, and everyone was excited until AJ Green got hurt.
Well then,
Thoughts on Gurley? I talk about this all the time. I avoid Gurley. Don't do it. I wouldn't draft
I'm
him in
gonna
the first 3
go.
rounds.
My turn right now. I think I'm gonna go since it's PPR. I'm gonna go with Tyreek Cohen. I think he's gonna be good at PPR this year.
John Ross would be good on the Steelers. I mean, how can I argue against that? Because, I mean, he had about 1 catch for 1 yard his career, so except in the preseason.
But he's fast.
He's a fast.
He's really fast. Yeah, Boyd was drafted the same year, I believe. Just in not in the first round like Ross. So that must be pretty disappointing for Ross.
Boyd had a great. Boyd kind of sucked his rookie year, but he always had great hands and kind of knew how to get open, and then he just really put it together. And yeah, John Ross's rookie stats was really like 1 catch, -1 yards or something, and a fumble too. It was like -4 yards and a fumble. It was so bad. You can't get any worse than that. Not even Ronald Jones.
Not even Ronald Jones.
59 yards.
Dang, look at me. So 6 quarterbacks got taken in the 11th or the 7th round. That's interesting. I haven't seen that in a while.
Boyd was drafted the year before, says the Cincinnati specialist.
I'll defer to you then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I know they're both young. Thoughts on Matt Ryan and Devontae Freeman? Matt Ryan is good. 13 out of 16 games are in a dome. I avoid him most of the time because we know what we're getting with Matt Ryan. And take this, I'm saying it like literally, just don't take this as a phrase or anything more. He's past his prime. We've seen what Matt Ryan can do. And that best of Matt Ryan was in that Super Bowl where they blew that 28-3 lead. That was the best of Matt Ryan that year. He'll never be that good. And that being said, that still was a phenomenal year. And so that means he can still be elite and he can still be good. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But we've seen that. So that's why I like to wait and usually get a Jameis Winston or Kyler Murray or just go another route. Maybe take Baker Mayfield, see what he can do. Because quarterback is so deep that Trubisky goes undrafted. Jimmy Garoppolo goes undrafted. Josh Allen goes in the last round. And when that happens, you can take a couple risks and you'll be fine. So that's my thoughts on Matt Ryan. If Julio Jones stays healthy, Calvin Ridley stays healthy, probably need Austin Hooper to stay healthy, he'll be good. And I just want to see what's up because stuff always changes. And I'm so high on Kyler Murray, man. I think he's going to be really good this year. And watch out for Jameis Winston under Bruce Arians. He's going from nobody coach to a real coach. So watch out. He can do some things.
You know what's crazy? So I elected not to get a quarterback with my the pick before. I picked Tyreek Cohen in the 7th round instead of going quarterback. So I think I should have went quarterback. Because then if I wanted Drew Brees. So I didn't get him. I had to settle for Carson Wentz in the 8th round. So that kind of shows you kind of gotta strategize.
Well, you saw the quarterback run. So if that was towards the bottom of your tier, that's when you would have got him. So you could have did the math.
Yeah, but I was risking it. I thought that I still might be able to get Drew Brees, and at worst, Carson Wentz is the last tiered quarterback that I would want. So I guess I just had to.
You should have just went with Brees.
I know I should have. Looking back at how it played out, yeah. So that's why I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But that's why we practice, fellas. That's why.
See, this is why, because even those 2 teams here, Team 9 and Team 12, even if they said, all right, I'm going to do what Mike did, they would have got a quarterback in the next round. You see what I mean? So they got 2. Those teams got 2 picks before you. So they would have definitely got, well, this guy didn't, I guess. Maybe he wanted, I don't know. Maybe he wanted Brees too.
Well, at least I got the last possible quarterback that I would like to draft.
He's going to be good if he's healthy.
Right. So,
imagine how bad that team crumbles if Wentz gets hurt.
Oh, God. Don't say
Nate
that.
Nate Sudfeld just broke his wrist.
Wow. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. They got to protect
Nick
him.
Foles is on the Jaguars, in case you guys didn't know.
That's risky.
Man, this draft I had the other day, and I just uploaded the video today on the main channel. Guys, check that out. Someone drafted Nick Foles. Not gonna spoil it too much. Just spoil it just a little bit. Someone drafted Nick Foles before so many names. I don't even what.
Well, who was the biggest name that he got drafted?
I can't.
over?
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't like the craziest ridiculous. Like, it's just I just never seen it and never could fathom anyone thinking that way. Oh, let me get Foles when there's so many quarterbacks left. You know what Foles is? Foles is he belongs on the waivers in fantasy.
Yes, I agree.
So if you're gonna draft him around 14, 15, 16. I don't. I'm pretty sure he was drafted earlier than 14. Oh my god.
What do you think about Pollard right there? Is that a little high?
No,
or is
it's
that
not at
fine?
all.
Okay.
Pollard is good. Here's the difference between Justin Jackson and Pollard. Let's not talk about who's holding out or who's not. Because let's just
Right,
pretend we have no clue. So
Okay.
Justin Jackson has almost no value. He's not startable if Melvin Gordon plays. Tony Pollard, on the other hand, has just a little bit of value, and you can start him over Justin Jackson if Zeke plays. So it's a little safer. He's going to have some role with Zeke. Because they're playing to win. They want to preserve Zeke, so he'll be a change of pace back and get some carries and get some touches. Not a lot, but he'll get some. And Zeke is out. He's going to get a ton. With Justin Jackson, you still have Eckler there, who looked the part, man. Eckler really looked like the starter. I thought Justin Jackson would. Justin Jackson may be just still a little too raw, needs to improve. So we'll see. Oh, God, there's no wide receivers. I really screwed up here.
It's looking slim.
No,
Pickens
don't
looking
make me
slim.
do it. I don't like you. Oh, man, I don't like him.
Oh, it's looking shaky.
I'm not doing it.
Wow.
Don't do it. So you just drafted 4 running backs consecutively.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just
There's
pointing
nothing
out.
wrong with
I'm
that.
just telling people what you did. That's all. Just so.
Wait. Oh, my God. Sleeper glitched.
What?
Okay, it says I have 4 running backs. I have 5.
Okay.
I actually I'm not going to lie, I looked at the number. And so when you told me, I'm like, oh, I have 5. I mean, I didn't know that. It says I have 4. You dirty liar. You lied to me. Probably still would have made the same move, but it did come as a shock. I didn't know that.
It's okay.
Could be worse. 4 running backs back to back is not that bad.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Some people could actually use that, a little bit of that.
This is tough. I hate this.
Just don't draft a
Alright.
quarterback.
I'm gonna go.
Don't draft a tight end.
Geronimo Allison.
I
didn't want to. I didn't
See,
want
see
to.
why I passed up on wide receiver. Looks like I'll be able to get one. I wasn't drafting Geronimo.
Well, he's okay. I mean, he's not like at least he's in a good offense, a great offense.
No, he's not
And-
okay, but he will probably start.
Yeah.
And
in
Aaron
one of
Rodgers
the
is his
best
quarterback.
offenses.
Yeah, that's all. That's it though. That's all we can say.
That's fine. That's
Good enough for a 9th rounder for me.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. That's at least 2 positive things on his side.
I mean, look who's going next to you. A guy like Jared Goff. So
Exactly. I'm sandwiched between Jameis Winston and Jared Goff.
yeah,
That's terrible.
and you got Carson Wentz right on top.
Oh, that's horrible.
The Prince. Prince Harry.
Prince, he does look like Prince Harry. That's
Prince
crazy.
Harry, Jared Goff, and famous Jameis.
What to do now?
What do you think?
Oh,
of
because I think the
Samuels?
reason why it was off is because it used one of them as your flex. So
Yes,
That's
you're
why.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. That's good to know.
mystery solved.
Mystery solved. That is. That was Royce Freeman in the flex. Everybody.
Royce Freeman.
Justin Tucker's ranked
Ooh.
quite high.
Is
Looks
he?
tasty. Oh
No.
no, I have Justin in the search. I'm like, what's going on here? As I searched for Justin Jackson, it never cleared. I'm like, man, these Justins are popping up left and right.
Oh gosh.
Justin Tucker's overall ranked the highest. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, you gotta clear that, man.
It's been a long day, guys. I'm doing very well for what's going on. I filmed a 3-hour video for the
Wow.
draft. Please check it out, or else it'll hurt my feelings a lot. So go check that out. 3 hours, and I edited the whole thing. This one I feel like is more for the. It's better content than the Instagram experts draft. I feel like for fantasy football content, I feel like the experts draft was a little bit more entertainment value though. But this one does. Don't get me wrong. This one does have a lot of entertaining moments though. And I had to hit him with the team. I had to hit him with the team grades, and there was this one team that just Monte hated, and he freaked out. He was like, "Why did this guy draft so many stupid players? These ugly players." He was just, So I had to go take care of him. Made a 3-hour video. Oh yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of footage, I have to say.
Yeah, the draft, 14 team draft, intro, outro, and then I had to do that. They had these guys demand. I had to do team grades. They love team grades, so I had to do. Team
I
grades
mean,
at the
everyone
end.
loves team grades because, like, whenever I have a draft on like Yahoo, and then everyone's always like, "Oh, I got an A on mine," but it's like made by an algorithm, so it's very
A really
like,
basic algorithm.
a really basic algorithm. So I mean, people just love getting grades.
So
we're
what-
just conditioned to like
Yahoo gave me a D- on my in the lowest grade on our draft, and it's because one of the players I drafted was ranked 2,432.
Who was it?
I'm not gonna spoil it. That makes it more intriguing. Now that one guy who was on the fence of watching the video is gonna watch.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Maybe not.
Interesting.
So I'm assuming that's why I got a team, because my team's. I thought I drafted a
Yeah,
good
that's
team.
definitely why. For
Yeah,
sure.
the
All algorithm.
Yahoo was like, whoa! I was like, man, they thought I drafted Steve McNair. Like, what? They thought I drafted T.O. Like, they're like, oh, this guy's an idiot. D-. Like, dude, I drafted a good player. Like, stop.
Don't let anyone tell you that your team isn't good.
Oh,
Don't listen. James Washington. Okay. This is going according to plan. What do you think about Manuel Sanders? I mean, he was good last year. I know he got injured, but before he was injured, he was doing really well.
Yeah,
And
I was so down on him because his Achilles injury, but I've seen him work out. I think it was on the beach. I seen him work out on the field. I mean, this guy's a
Yeah.
full go. He's going to be ready for, like, really ready. He's going to play in the preseason. I think news came out today.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just ahead of us, and so I drafted him, and I like re-injury, sure, but like at the 10th round, you're getting a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
You can't pass that up, right? Like, I was very happy to get him in round 10. It's if you look at my team, I need a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's definitely underrated. I think people are just like, oh, he had a really bad injury, he's gonna be bad. You know what I mean? They're not like seeing the big picture, like how good he was last year. If his rehab went well and he looks good, like they just like, oh, Achilles injury, bad.
That's
okay.
what I thought at first. Yeah,
that's exactly.
and that's
how
why
it
I was
is.
drafting Deshaun Hamilton. I was like, oh, this guy's the number 1. Now I think Deshaun Hamilton's number 2, which isn't that attractive on the Broncos.
No, it's not.
So, just as a golden rule, guys, 12 team, the earliest to draft the Bears D, round 11, okay? And me, I'm more of a round 12 or 13. So, I probably would never draft him in round 11. If you watch the Instagram Experts League video, I had him queued and I was contemplating on drafting him 11, and then I said, nah. And I was able to get him round 13, thankfully. So
I was gonna get him if if the Bears slipped to my pick in this round.
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
not bad. Like
Yeah.
but I'm saying I would not do 10 guys. Like that's my cutoff is round 11 is the earliest.
That's good.
That's like
fair.
a good, I gotta kind of give them a rule to follow. And so if you do 10, not so bad. If you do 9, you're automatically like you're banned. You're banned from the podcast. You're banned from mock drafting. No, I'm just joking. You're not banned. We still like
Don't
you.
scare people.
Nah.
Don't scare
No, it's
people.
a mocky, jokey, 1,000
Okay.
1,000 subscriber podcast, guys.
1,000. I mean, like that's pretty good.
We opened this 13 months ago. Just last year, we opened it 1 year ago. It's great.
Like 1,000. Good.
We don't know.
Like,
We didn't know what we're doing either. I was like, dude, I don't know how to podcast. Let's just make it a YouTube channel. I know how to YouTube, and
that was smart. Good job.
we got Mike on the clips now. We're cutting these into
Ooh.
clips, uploading them, triggering a YouTube algorithm. Oh yeah, we're killing it.
Love it. We're going on the next level, everybody. This is our year.
What do you think, Golden Tate? Should I bring
I
him
mean,
home?
could be worse. It was a lot worse. I think that's like the last of the players I would consider that could be good on wide receiver. It's a big drop off after that. He's thinking. Ooh, I like that. I probably would have done that.
Yeah, that's a
if
great
he
pick, right?
came.
Madison.
Yeah, I like Madison. I think he's really underrated.
Well, and he's in a role that's decent. I don't. Who is the third string running back on the Vikings? I don't know. I feel like I should know this.
You should probably.
But that's my point. Is that there's probably nobody. Latavius is gone. Is my point.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing it up right now.
I'm gonna go Damian Harris here.
Really got to bank on Michelle getting hurt, but
Hey,
he's got bad knees.
Yeah.
So there's a fullback named C.J. Ham. Amir Abdullah.
I don't
That's
know.
the third. Amir Abdullah was on the Lions. He was really
yeah,
good
yeah,
for
I know
one
that.
preseason game.
Yeah, he was actually. I think he was drafted high.
Yeah,
right?
I
When
mean he was a
rookie.
fast he's burned a lot of fantasy teams.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to that well ever again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys in the chat, let me know which NFL player has burned you the most in fantasy. Let us know. I promise I won't tell.
Josh Gordon.
Now, Smitty's fans are different. He does all these like weird, like he has all these things as bells and stuff, and they're like, do the announcer voice, and then he was like, all right, Brian, your turn, and I didn't know what to do, and so I went all in on a voice, but it was a corny radio voice. I got that nailed down. I can do that. All right, guys, let me know which fantasy owner has burned you the most. Promise I won't tell.
Ooh, that was good. What about your Russian accent, Mr. Bilowski?
Well, that retired in the cringe of death. It's funny when I'm like showing you all these cringy things. Little did we know that we had a big cringe character ourselves.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely I can
no
nail the
problem.
Russian accent, but it's like, is it it's still cringy.
Very cringy. Very cringy.
Oh, Charlie, I like this. Can you rewrite your comment without swearing? Because we can't have that, But Charlie essentially says Amari blank Cooper.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Terrell
Good one,
Pryor.
Terrell. Ooh, that one's a good one.
It's funny. You draft a quarterback as your wide receiver, and then Lamar Jackson draft a running back as your quarterback. complete the circle of a quarterback fantasy debauchery.
That's a really good one.
Le'Veon
I like
Bell, Shady. Well, Shady was good. Had a good career. You shouldn't have drafted him last year. Cam Newton. I like that. I think the winner goes to
Ooh.
Braden for Cam Newton.
Yeah.
You guys remember Cordell Patterson sophomore year? CJ Spiller with the T's, and then he fell off. Oh, you're gonna relate to this one. This one's gonna hit you.
Oh no.
Jamison Crowder.
Oh.
Guys, I'm talking about multiple years. Okay, if you
not just one.
If you
every year.
If you've only played like 2 years, then okay, give me an answer. That's fine. But I want multiple years because Jamison Crowder is really should have probably did it only 1 year.
Ooh, I got Golden Tate there. I stole your idea.
Still hoping for college fantasy football on Yahoo. Oh, that may not happen. I told somebody asked me that. I totally forgot. Sorry, Jacob. I was like, I might try to bring a guest on. And I was like,
well, it can't happen in the current NCAA infrastructure.
No, they have it.
They do?
Yeah, I think so. I think people play high school fantasy football.
What?
Well, you got to think fantasy football was started with a newspaper, right? So you can do anything. It's just not readily available, you know, all that. But technology gets better. You know, there's more. It's not like we have less options every year. We have more options. Look what we're doing. We never did a sleeper last year, and now we're doing a sleeper every day. You know what I mean? Like, because we have full control. I don't have to. You know, I can pause the draft. I can auto. You know, like, and we're drafting with 0 strangers, so we get more couch fam in here.
That's true.
Every year. I mean, remember there was no DFS 6 years ago, 7 years. Remember Leslie when she called?
Leslie,
the co-founder of FanDuel, called us, guys. Leslie Eccles.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, I vividly remember when we first started, and then like
they were so small.
We're like, what's FanDuel? Like, 2 people play each other like 1-on-1. That's dumb. Like, I remember thinking that. Like, no one's ever gonna play this. It's so silly. And then it became one of the biggest fantasy companies in the world.
Yeah. Jordan Howard. Sorry to cut you off. What were you saying?
No. That was it.
They're still, they're still listing. Delaney Walker. Taysom Hill as a super flex is a good idea, right? No. Not a good idea. That's like a weird. A guy like made like a creative comment right there, because you do, you always preach put a quarterback in your super flex, just not that.
Ooh! I got one. That just came to my head. Who's that tight end on the Bengals that always gets injured? Eifert.
Somebody.
Did I say that already?
Braden just named Tyler Eifert.
Eifert's.
I'm still. There's a long list.
There's a long list, but I'm just saying like him specifically.
Okay, you. I'm not gonna even name your name. The person that wrote Nathan Peterman. Next time I'm putting you on timeout. Understood? I just want to make it clear. Trust me, Crowder will break out this year. Reggie Bush. My first year in fantasy, I drafted Cam Newton in the first round, coming off MVP. That dude lost so quick. You lost that season so quick.
Oh, yeah, you lost.
Nah, I fell into the Crowder trap 2 years in a row, man. Oh, that's not good. Mike, on the other hand, named his team after Jamison Crowder, so he was not having it the following year. What was your team name?
It was
Jamison Gowder.
Get Gowder, yeah. Because of gout.
It's, you know what? That team name, I feel like it would hit. It would be good if Jamison Crowder played well. Yeah, but now you're like, how do I explain this? It's a failed pick. It's a bust, and then it's a busted name now too. It's like I can't even explain how it would be funny.
Yeah. Well, okay. So just to give people some context.
We're gonna get to the gout. Oh, guys, we're gonna get to the gout.
So when you're of Filipino descent, which I am, we're predisposed to getting what is called gout, if you're not familiar. And that's when you eat a lot of sodium in your diet, and then for some reason your feet, it like cuts off circulation to your feet or something, and then your feet just swell up and you can't walk. And it's like only Filipino dads get it for some reason, including my own dad. So
I remember Chris's dad was like, I can't drive, I got gout. And I was like, what is that?
Oh, this is funny. This is hilarious. So I played on a... Wait, you gotta hear this. So I played on a basketball team, right? Like in the league in Hayward, and like the majority of the team was made of Filipinos. It wasn't like a Filipino league. It was just like our team was all Filipinos basically. So our best player, he was a chef, so he ate a lot of like salty foods, and he couldn't play one game because he got gout. So we're like, oh, so instead of like the flu game, we're like, oh, it's the gout game. Like he's gonna play, like, you know what I mean? Or he gout game, you know what I mean?
Gout
Like,
game, dude.
yeah, he couldn't play like the second half because his gout was swelling. So yeah, it's real out here. If you haven't heard about it before, it's a real disease, you know.
Wow.
No, I was gonna get that.
It's a mock draft. Just
No, I was gonna get it.
Jameson Gout. So you picked Jameson Gout to raise awareness.
Yeah,
and you would have donated 70% of your winnings.
I would have. It's serious.
Uh,
Wow, I can't believe you sniped me like that.
Matthew says, I'm Filipino, LMAO, but I have no idea what that
You know
is.
exactly what- well, you're not.
Well,
that
Mike's
Filipino.
Filipino, that's why.
Yeah,
Mike's
yeah.
played basketball on PI and was a power forward.
I was a
He's
center.
Filipino. Oh, you play center.
No,
I
was
said
a
you
point
play
forward.
forward. Yeah, you play forward.
a
You're
point
like,
forward,
what?
This guy's huge. He's so strong. He looks like Karl Malone. They put him down there. Like what?
Dang, really, Matthew? Isn't that weird? He
Well-
doesn't know what gout is.
That is kind of. How old is he? Ask him. that.
How
That's
if
probably
if
why.
I mean you
you
don't
don't
have to
mind,
say
that's
you don't have
asking.
to say, but if you don't mind,
Are you on the older spectrum or the younger?
are you
spectrum?
super young? Yeah, just say
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
young, and then we'll understand.
Yeah, we'll understand.
We don't want you giving out personal info.
Yeah. Are you under 25?
That's pretty broad. I feel like you can answer that yes or no without getting in any trouble.
Yeah. Are you under 25? It's simple.
ABS gout. Stop.
Wait, what?
Richard said AB has gout. That's the wrong diagnosis. It's close.
It's a cover up. It's
Is
a
the
cover up.
cover up?
Gout's serious, man. Like your feet swell and you can't walk. Like it's a serious ailment. You know what I mean?
We were asking how old Matthew was. Okay, Matthew says I am under 25.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense. That's how you
Ask
say
your
it.
dad. He'll
Ask your
know
dad.
for
Ask your
sure.
Tito.
He'll know for sure.
Ask Tito boy. He knows. Trust me. He had a bad diet. Another funny anecdote.
Charles
about
knows
bad
what
diets.
Joseph. It's so painful. I'm 30 years old.
This is hilarious.
This is so stupid.
This is so
But we're
funny.
doing this over a mock draft. I feel like we need a picture of a Bigfoot.
I feel like we got the clip for this week.
Well, we need it. We need. Oh, I can't breathe. No, this doesn't look good. Should I bring it
Oh,
up? Oh, it's. Oh God, it's
Don't
so
do it.
bad.
Oh, it's
Do you guys
bad,
want to
man.
see it or what?
Yeah, show him. It
We
doesn't
might-
matter.
Now
You
let's
have
see. Let's
to.
see if
We're
the
already
chat. Do you
there.
guys
We're
want to
already
see it
there.
or not? Let's see what they say.
We're already to that.
Well, I'm gonna
point.
show it regardless.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say though.
Okay.
If anyone wants to see the gout, let me know. I got Google
If you want to
Images.
know what we're talking about, you'll.
Man, I ain't never seen it. Some of these look bad. Some of these look okay. Some look.
Well, some are extreme.
Woo! That's disgusting. If you
know
thought
the
AB's feet was gross, guys, that's nothing. That is nothing, dude.
You're on the clock.
I know.
So gout is more of a 6 to 8 week injury. Like you're not playing till mid-season if you have gout. Like you don't come back that quickly. Oh, it's hilarious. Ooh, you Baltimore Ravens defense.
Trying something new.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway,
I like it.
Bell.
That's good. Oh man, this was a good mock draft. I liked it. It's funny because I guess you can tell how old a Filipino is now if they've heard of gout. That's like the cutoff point.
If you want to see what I'm seeing, just Google image gout, Mike. If you want to be part of the couch fam,
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I might throw it.
Oh, this guy has it on his hands. You can have it on your
no.
hands.
I didn't know that. That's a
Oh,
neat thing. I did
10%
not
of these
know
are on
that.
their hands.
Oh no, I don't want to see that. That's
Oh, that's on the hands. Oh, this guy's hand is so. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm not gonna click on any of them.
Oh god,
You see it? I'm
they're
done.
so deformed.
I'm done.
This is definitely worse than AB's.
Oh, so join the Facebook group, guys. I'm planning on doing a best ball draft tomorrow. They drafters has they've been developing and updating a bunch of stuff and been lagging. I'm like, dude, we're trying to do best ball in June, July. So they want me to do a best ball tomorrow, likely at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's why we made sure we did the podcast tonight, even though I was super tired. It's like, let's do it tonight. And then so tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to do a best ball at 8:30. I don't know if I want to film it or live stream it, but I might live stream it on the Facebook group just in case like there's some glitches and stuff we need to fix. So you get an F for showing those pics. No, why would I get? I asked you guys for permission. 2 people said yes. 3 people said yes. 4 people
Doesn't
said
matter.
yes.
We're showing you. You guys, it's awareness. We
Yeah,
don't
this
want
is
you to
gout
get it.
awareness.
We want you to not get gout. That's the whole point.
Every draft, Mike's taking Jamison Crowder just to raise awareness.
It's where raise awareness. It's real. Yeah, I mean, college diets are really bad. As you know, I had a really bad diet in college. I ate a lot of microwavable dinners and a cup of noodles. And because of these decisions, I had 2 kidney stones in college that I had to pass. Which
Dude, don't you think? Can we stop? You're like, how do we keep this going? Let's see if Hussein has another story after my kidney stone story. Dude, can we talk about the clip ended, dog.
Okay, I was trying to just to put the final nail in the coffin.
Cooper has a good question. What's the difference between best ball and regular? And this is so awesome you asked that because it's so hard to explain it on a DM or a comment in text. It's way easier to explain it, just talking. So redraft or any league, right? You're doing in-season management, which is start 'em, sit 'em, who to start, who to sit. You're doing waivers and free agency, players to add, players to drop, and you're doing trades. With best ball, it's essentially a mock draft, but you put money on it, and no season management, no start sit, no trades, no waivers, nothing. The computer automatically starts the best players every week for you, and it's usually first place wins like $100, second place wins $10. There's different formats, but just going over the popular one. And that's it. And what's awesome is it's very competitive. You can literally do thousands of them because you don't need to manage them during the season. You can't. And you don't even have to look at them if you don't want. You just look at the end and see what you won, see how you did. So in best ball, it's a 20-round draft. You want to draft 2 defenses for sure because one's on bye. Draft another defense that's not on bye. You want to draft at least probably 3 quarterbacks. You want to draft handcuffs. Even like a tight end handcuff, which I can't think of one on the top of my head for that. But tight end handcuffs would work if there were any ones like Greg Olsen and is it Ian Thomas is his backup? Is that yes, Ian
maybe.
Thomas. Yeah. So that's like if you did draft Greg Olsen in the late rounds, you go get Ian Thomas. Like that's awesome. So lots of handcuffs. Make sure you got the bye weeks sewn up.
I have one question about that though. I was gonna ask you. So does it? Because you said that it picks the best. It starts the best player for you. Is that based on projections? Of the
No,
matchup, or
it's based on how much they score. So
Okay.
it starts a regular. So it starts. I don't know exactly, but it's like 1 quarterback, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end. I don't think you do kicker in best ball, and the best defense, the highest scoring defense. So it starts the highest scoring players. For everybody, and it's more of a kind of rotisserie, who scores the most points that week, and then it just tallies it up. So, what you need to concentrate on though is the strategy. You want like high upside players. Make sure you cover the bye weeks. Make sure you draft at each position, because your players will get injured, and you can't add any players. So that's best ball. And what's cool is you put $10 on it, $100 on it if you're crazy, $1 on it, and it's a lot of fun because the mock drafts we do, they're super cool, they're competitive, but a lot of people can't do mock drafts like this, with people they know. So, and best ball adds a little bit more to it because you put money on it.
So it's kind of like a futures bet in a way. Because you can't, you're just, hoping you'll win
This is how it's a mock draft that you put money on.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
But you don't get paid off on it until the end.
Until the end, yeah. So a little bit like future.
You have to wait.
Well, what's a season long fantasy football? You don't get money till the end either.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Sometimes there's leagues where there's like weekly.
Yeah, but that ain't even.
But you can. The difference is you can change. Like you have to actually actively.
Yeah, you're affecting it every. You can affect it every day. You can
exactly.
on a best ball. You can't do anything even if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually, with my last round pick, I got Tom Brady just as like insurance. Usually I don't like drafting 2 quarterbacks, but since I have kind of,
there's not really any players left either.
Yeah.
That too.
And Tom Brady could be good still, and Wentz could get hurt. So I just wanted some more insurance since I'm not completely sold on Wentz.
So we are. It said, what site do you use for best ball? We are partnered up with Drafters. So let me spell it right here. Drafters is the website. So that's who we're partnered up with, and they told me it's working. I've tested it out, so hopefully it's working tomorrow. And then it's gonna be a real draft, but I'm not gonna put it on YouTube or anything. Might live stream it on Facebook. So if you want to do that, guys, make sure you're part of the Facebook group. That's just go to Facebook and search Fantasy Couch Fam, and I'll put the link here: facebook.com/group/Fantasy Couch. Or just go to Facebook and search Fantasy Couch Fam, and that should be tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. You guys want to do team grades? Because we're not doing another mock. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we're not.
I was like,
team grades.
Team grades. They're going to want it.
Yeah.
Can you see this? Can you read them? Just do them. Last time you did it slow. So team 1. Don't name the numbers. Don't name nothing. Just read off the names as fast as you can.
Okay, you want me to do it?
Team, yeah.
So start with B Hurls 07. Is that?
Just say team 1, sure.
Okay, team 1: Saquon, Antonio Brown, Melvin Gordon, DJ Moore, James White, Eric Ebron, Baker, Curtis Samuel, Sammy Watkins, Kareem Hunt, Bears D, Mecole Hardman, Greg Olsen, Phillip Rivers, Justin Tucker, CJ Anderson. It's a little risky for me with AB and Melvin Gordon on the same team. So I'd probably give it and Kareem Hunt. Wow. So they like a lot of risk.
And they're the first person to draft the Bears D. Brave.
Yeah,
brave
really.
soul.
I think B- for me. I don't really like this team that much.
You know what there's a subreddit called Roast Me.
Mm-hmm.
That people, it's a thing that when people get in a league with me, they're honored for me to talk trash. And so so we got a group message for our Facebook, the league, the people that got in, and no one's like, they're not talking about the video, and all they're talking about is like, I can't wait for you to roast me. Like, I can't wait for the grades. Like, who's going to get the F? Like, that's all they care about. I was like, there's a video too. I need this to get views to make a living. Like, hello. They're like, oh yeah, that too. But, we just want to get roasted.
I think it's because everyone has a human nature to be judged for some reason by people that they respect, or they look up to.
Yeah, it's just like the roast that who's the guy who does the roast? The Jeff Ross.
Oh, Jeff
Ross. It's fun. Yeah. Like it's a fun event, and for someone that does it out of love, not hate, it makes it way more fun. Yeah, like I'm not like, I hate these people. Like I wish bad things upon them. Like it's fun, talk a little bit of trash about players and whatnot. Okay, I stalled enough. And
team 2.
Wait, I gotta give a grade. What do you guys give? I'll just go with the chat on this one. I'll give it well, no, Mike's right. I'll give it a B-. Team 2.
It's not a B. It's definitely not a B team for sure. Team 2, Alvin Kamara, Keenan Allen, Leonard Fournette, Kenny Galladay, OJ Howard, Alshon Jeffrey, Andrew Luck, Sterling Shepard, Tony Pollard, Duke Johnson, Ito Smith, Jags D, Marquise Brown, Devontae Parker, John Ross, Mason Crosby.
Go ahead and give your guys' grades for team 2.
I mean, it's not terrible. I like Kamara. I think Kamara would carry his team basically. I don't know, like the Galladay pick. I guess a B. I like Pollard, where he got Pollard, but then he got Duke Johnson. I don't know about that.
10. It's not bad. 10, 11, late round 10.
You got the judge though. Gotta give him a little boost for that.
Man, I guess he's a fantasy couch pod. It is our least viewed podcast video. Podcast. I feel like that's gonna live on forever though. Whenever anyone searches for where he got his nickname, we will be on page 2 of Google always.
Oh,
We'll be right there, just in case someone goes to page 2.
What are the odds you think that he's seen that video and he's shown at least one person? What do you think?
Minimal.
Is it possible?
Well, it doesn't have a lot of views. If it had a lot of views, I'd say it's unlikely.
One of them Ito Smith.
Unlikely, dude.
Okay, team 3. C-Mac, Kerryon Johnson, Adam Thielen, Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley, Phillip Lindsay, Matt Ryan, N'Keal Harry, TJ Hawkinson, James Washington, Adrian Peterson, Jameson Gowder, Jordan Reed, Naheem Hines, Cowboys D, Kirk Cousins. Okay. I like this team better. I feel like it's getting a little better. I'm really high on C-Mac this year and Kerryon Johnson. So I'll give him a B+.
I don't like the picks. I like the strategy. This team made sense. You made some moves.
Sense.
You got risky tight end. I'm gonna go B-.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I don't like Jordan Howard. I don't like him. He's never gonna pay off for you. Team 4: David Johnson, David Montgomery, T.Y. Hilton, Chris Godwin, Tyler Boyd, David Njoku, Russell Wilson, Darius Geist, Dante Pettis, Kalen Ballage, Justin Hill, Tyrell Williams, Ramsey, Dak Prescott, Harrison Butker, and Trey Burton. I like this team. It's good. I'll go with I'll say A-. I like it.
Okay. Oops, that looks bad.
His receivers like that he got are pretty similar. Like the T.Y. Hilton, Chris Godwin, Tyler Boyd, like they could all, produce roughly the same. So he took a chance on Pettis. I like that. Russell Wilson should be good.
You go to the next team. I'm messing around with some weird stuff. Mike's
Team
doing
5,
grades.
Le'Veon Bell, Mike Evans, George Kittle, Patrick Mahomes, Mike Williams, Darrell Henderson, Royce Freeman, Rojo, Justin Jackson, Emmanuel Sanders, Alexander Madison, Deshaun Hamilton, Jalen Hurd, Ravens defense, Mitch Trubisky, Adam Mitchell. I like this team a lot.
This team's a good team.
Very good team.
This team's
Very
a good
team.
one.
I will give this team, I honestly believe it's A-, like in that range.
It's kind of a bad strategy that really panned out. Like
It did, yeah. It is a bad strategy.
When you're getting Mike Williams in round 5, it's like this can be bad. But then getting the 4 RBs back to back actually panned out, and that's exactly what I needed to do to like out of these bunch of 5 running backs, I'm sure I can find one, probably 2 to start. So I'll be good. Definitely have wide receivers. Have my tight end and quarterback. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna agree with you. A-. It's not perfect. Like there's still holes, but
it's definitely better than the B range. It's definitely yeah. Okay, so team 6: D Hopkins, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, Sony Michel, Mark Ingram, Christian Kirk, Kyler Murray, Day Westbrook, Jalen Samuels, Devin Singletary, Carlos Hyde, Deebo Samuel, John Brown, Chargers, and Lamar Jackson. I tend to, oh, and Robbie Gould is a
Okay,
keeper.
guys, Team 7, go ahead and start Team 6, sorry. Right, Team 6, damn it.
Yeah, Team 6.
Oops, sorry, guys. I typed it in the chat. Team 6, give your grades for Team 6. What do you think?
I think it is I'll say A minus or B plus range. I like what he did. He went with the undisputed number one receiver probably with DeAndre Hopkins. He has the best tight end, and then he went three running backs. Well, the only problem is with Michelle injury prone, and then Damian Williams if it is a committee. But he took a chance there. I
It won't
like
be a
those picks.
committee.
I don't
It
think it's gonna
won't
be. I think it's
be.
smoke screens, dude. I really
He
do.
just
And
said
then he has Kyler
Andy
Murray.
Reid's not like a good talker. He's one of those. He doesn't talk. He crushes coaching, but
Yeah.
he's just not like like, oh, who I'm inviting to the party. Like, no, not that guy, not Andy Reid. He's just not. Like, the Vikings coach is kind of like that too. They're just not, which is fine. It's totally cool.
Fine.
Not everyone
Yeah.
needs to be Rex Ryan.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, are we moving on, or do you want to?
I don't know where I'm.
Team
I
7.
don't know what we're doing.
Zeke, Odell, Aaron Jones, Brandon Cooks, Evan Ingram, Rashad Penny, Robbie Anderson, Kenyon Drake, Jameis Winston, Dante Moncrief, Matt Breida, Austin Hooper, Anthony Miller, Big Ben, Vikings D, Jake Elliott. I like this a lot up until Rashad Penny, but the first 5 I was on board with for sure. So I'm going to give this a B.
B. Okay. What do you guys think of Team 7? We're moving on to Team 8.
Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Freeman, Julian Edelman, Miles Sanders, Vance McDonald, Tariq Cohen, Carson Wentz, Geronimo Allison, Jordan Howard, Damian Harris, Golden Tate, Jerick McKinnon, Greg Zuerlein, Cleveland Browns, and Tom Brady.
Grades.
So this is my team.
Grades for Mike's team.
Yeah, I'll give myself a B. I like my receivers though. I feel like I have the best receivers probably out of everybody. My running backs, that's a little shaky. But
I hate your running backs.
yeah, well, you gotta give up something to have the best receivers. But I still have a shot at it. I have the best kicker for sure. Good enough quarterback, and I like my tight end. So it's just running backs. But hopefully, if this were a real league, I would be able to get someone off waivers that I could start. But yeah, can't be perfect, everybody.
I gave you a C
Team-
plus because you got Wentz.
You don't like Michael Thomas and Tyreek
No,
Hill?
your wide receivers
Edelman?
are amazing.
I mean, that's good enough to win a lot of the times. And Julian Edelman, like you won't be able to beat that 3 combination. Team 9, Joe Mixon, Juju, Marlon Mack, Amari Cooper, Jarvis Landry, Jared Cook, Allen Robinson, Lamar Miller, Jared Goff, Kiki Kuti,
Rock
Rock
Armstead.
Armstead, Jimmy Garoppolo, Andy Isabella, Noah Fant, Denver Broncos D, Will Lutz. I feel like he took a lot of like reaches in this.
A lot of weird. Is this a
yeah,
Broncos
like weird.
fan? Is this a
Started off good with Mixon and Juju though. Like that's good enough to do
Mac's
some
not
damage.
Mac late round 3 is fine.
And you got Amari Cooper. I like that.
Doesn't Amari
Marlon
Cooper
Mack.
have a plantar fasciitis or something?
Oh, really?
I'm
I
about
haven't
to
heard
look.
anything
Just
about
give
that.
a grade and while I look this up.
All right, I'll give him a B minus. Okay, next, Team 10: Devontae Adams, Dalvin Cook, Zach Ertz, Derrick Henry, A-Rod, Austin Eckler, Will Fuller, DK Metcalf, Larry Fitzgerald, LaShawn McCoy, Paris Campbell, Traquan Smith, Deion Lewis, Cam Newton, Houston Texans defense, and Steven Gostkowski. I think this team could be really good if Dalvin Cook stays healthy. Obviously, Devontae Adams is going to be great. Zach Ertz should be great. Derrick Henry is a little bit of a question mark.
That's amazing in round 4.
That is amazing.
I love it
round
in
four,
round
though.
4. I'm very high on him.
Yeah, he could be good, obviously. Austin Eckler, his value should be up as long as Gordon's out. He took some stabs with DK Metcalf and Paris Campbell, so there's some upside there. I'm gonna give him a B.
That's about right. So, really quick, guys. Amari Cooper, Maven Sports, Mike Fisher reports Amari Cooper has plantar fascia irritation. Cooper's heel injury apparently was a plantar fascia problem. The Cowboys aren't concerned about the injury, but Cooper has missed a week of practice. It's reportedly a small irritation, something he should be able to manage throughout camp and the season. The Cowboys might take it slow with their number one receiver during the preseason, but he should be fine before Dak Prescott gets $40 million per year.
If he does. I don't think he's getting it. I just don't see it.
Nah, dude.
$40 million? We're
This
really
is
gonna
just-
make Dak the highest paid or close to the highest paid?
Let's just
That's
not
crazy.
worry about that and just take it as great entertainment for us. It's the
Yeah.
Cowboys, it's Dak, talking about the most money a quarterback ever got. This is great news, guys. And it's not that negative, compared to all like a Kareem Hunt news, like a video surveillance news. This is fun. I love it. Moving on. What do we got?
Team 11, James Conner, Todd Gurley, Stephon Diggs, Robert Woods, Deshaun Watson, Tevin Coleman, AJ Green, Latavius Murray, Marvin Jones, Corey Davis, Mark Andrews, Darwin Thompson, Delaney Walker, Malcolm Brown, New England Patriots defense, and Kaime Fairburn.
Someone on the
Started strong, I guess.
Someone on the last video said two teams drafted Delaney Walker, and I was like, what? I was like, did I mess up on the graphic? I was like, no. I was like, that's Darren Waller. Darren Waller. He got mixed up with. Anyway, great.
I don't know how I feel about it. I have mixed feelings about this team, but I will give it a B-.
Okay. Richard says, as an Eagles fan, I'd love for Dak to get $40 million.
Yeah, people who hate the Cowboys want him to get paid for sure.
I mean, you paying $40 million. How could you even afford Zeke? That's like weird.
I know. Jerry's he's sweating. You know what I also found interesting is that Jason Garrett, their head coach, isn't signed beyond this year. So that was interesting to me. So are they gonna fire him or pay him? You know what I mean? Like if they have to pay everybody, or are they gonna get a cheaper quarterback or cheaper head coach?
No, it's not the money. It's the cap space. That's and the coach doesn't take a hit on the cap, I don't think.
Are you sure?
Well, John Gruden is $100 million. No, I don't think it affects the cap.
Interesting. Well, yeah. So he's definitely on thin. This is you better be good this year.
Oh, he listens to Jerry. That's why he's still head coach. Jerry's gonna get them duffel bags and get it taken care of. Team 12.
Last but not least, Team 12: Julio, Nick Chubb, Chris Carson, Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp, Hunter Henry, Drew Brees, MBS, Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Jackson, Devin Funches, Peyton Barber, Adam Humphries, Kyle Rudolph, Steelers D, Josh Allen. I like this team a lot, actually. I'll give it a A-.
I don't like it that much. I'm gonna give
Why?
it
Why don't you like
a B. Yeah, I just don't like the players. I'll give it a B.
You just don't like Josh Jacobs. Huh?
It's good though. And B. I'm be honest, guys. I barely got any sleep. I splashed my face with water. I'm not wearing my prescription blue blocker glasses just to stay awake. I did this for you guys, and all I'm asking in return is you go to the main YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch, watch the newest draft video. I edited straight 20 hours, 3 hours of footage. No one else does it like that. If you don't like it, that's all good. Leave a hate comment. I appreciate that as well. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. We're also doing the audio podcast. It's going amazing. Thank you guys so much. This is small number, but a huge milestone. And next year, maybe 5K, maybe 10K on this channel. It's going to be amazing. We are having the Couch League draft party this Saturday. Woo. And you guys know how to spell my name, but that's my Snapchat name, Hussein the Brain. And everyone's like, you should go live. Okay, so the reason we don't go live is because it gets really rowdy. We can't go live. We would all get banned. So the party it's cracking beyond belief. We cannot go live with it. I do, however, post little snippets on Snapchat. So make sure you do follow me on Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat. Hussein the Brain is going to go down this Saturday. Snapchat just rejected our filter for some reason.
No, I was gonna ask you what.
I don't know why. They changed it up. They won't let me. It's free, so I'm gonna have to. You know, someone that works at Snapchat. Can we call?
No, actually,
Only
I
Facebook
don't.
and Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get that. Regardless, it's just a stupid filter, anyways. Who cares? Whatever. I just love it. You know, I want to get it. But this year, we have way crazier stuff planned out. So add me on Snapchat. Make sure you guys check out the video on the main channel. Check out the podcast. Subscribe. Leave a review. It's on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcast, the whole shebang. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to Fantasy Couch YouTube channel. Hit a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We'll catch you guys on the next podcast /video/live stream.